In this lecture, I will explain two concepts: positive flux and negative flux. Now, all of you know what is meant by electric flux. So, in the case of electric flux, we can define positive flux and negative flux. Let us see what is the difference between both positive and negative flux. Consider this diagram. This is a surface. This is your surface. Okay, now electric field lines are moving from this side to this side. That means from left to right. Electric field direction is from left to right. You can see arrows are moving like this. Your surface is here. Okay, now for the given surface, I am taking it here again. This is your given surface, and your field lines are moving like this. This is the case. Okay, now for the given surface, you can find two area vectors. Area vector means a vector perpendicular to the surface. So you can see two area vectors, because for your surface there are two sides. One side is here, so there will be an area vector perpendicular to this surface like this. This is an area vector A, or sometimes we will represent it as S, depends upon the textbook, A or S. Okay, now on the other side also there will be an area vector. On the other side there will be a perpendicular vector, A or S, depends upon the textbook. Okay, so you can see that there will be two area vectors. Here also, if you consider an area vector perpendicular, there will be an area vector on the other side also. Like that, any point if you consider, there will be area vectors in both the sides. One is in, if you consider this side as upward direction, one is pointing upward, other is pointing downward, like that, depends upon the orientation. Okay, so that the same case is there in this diagram also. For the given surface, there are two area vectors, one in this direction, another will be in this direction. Okay, two area vectors are there. Now if you consider the diagram, I am considering the diagram here. This is your one area vector on the other side, this is on the opposite side. Okay, now this is your electric field. I will use, this is your electric field which is coming like this. Now they are making an angle theta. You can see here they are making an angle theta. Electric field is making an angle theta with the area vector. Okay, so this is the case. Your electric field is moving like this. Area vector on one side is like this, which makes an angle theta with your electric field, and there is another area vector on this direction. Okay, so let us do one thing. Electric field, let us mark using this color. Now these are area vectors A or S. Okay, this is also A or S. Why I am using two different letters A or S means because different textbook will use different letter. Okay, so normally we will use both of the letters, depends upon the textbook. Sometimes we will use S, sometimes we will use A, so you can fix one letter. If you want, you can use S always. Okay, now if you check this diagram, electric field is making an angle theta with one area vector. Then the same electric field is making an angle here. How much it is? This total angle will be 180 degree, isn't it? So that this is theta means this will be 180 minus theta, isn't it? So this angle is 180 minus theta. Okay, because this angle is theta. This is theta, so this is 180 minus theta. That is represented here. Now for the area vector, let us consider that this is 1. Okay, so there is an area vector. So let us do one thing. Let us consider that it is A1. This is A1. Let us consider that this is A1 or S1 and this is A2 or S2. Okay, now let us find electric flux. Through S1 or A1, both are same. Okay, what is the equation? Phi is equal to, since it is electric flux, we will use phi E, means electric flux, because in another chapter we will discuss magnetic flux. Okay, so phi E is equal to, what is the equation? E A cos theta. Here angle is theta, so E A cos theta, isn't it? Now what is the electric flux through S2? Let us find it. Through S2, what is the electric flux? Phi E is equal to E into, so here it is E into A1. Magnitude wise both area vectors will be same, only direction is different. A1 and A2 direction is different, so here we are using only magnitude. This expression use only magnitude. Okay, so even though you are writing A1 or A2, magnitude wise both are same. Magnitude of an area vector is nothing but the area of the surface, so area is same for both the sides, hence magnitude will be same. So that here no need to use A1 or A2, because magnitude wise A1 is equal to A2. Okay, so we are using only A. Now in the second case, E into A into cos of, what is the angle? Angle is not theta but 180 minus theta, isn't it? So what is cos of 180 minus theta? That is minus cos theta. So you will get E A cos theta with a minus sign. Why there is a minus sign? Because cos of pi minus theta is minus cos theta, so there is a negative sign. Now you can see first flux is positive, E A cos theta. Second flux is negative. So this flux is different from this flux by a sign, only a sign, negative sign. Okay, this negative sign shows that their direction is opposite. One is moving in this direction and at the same time another is moving in this direction. So this positive flux means, if you consider this is the surface, then positive flux is taken to be those electric field lines which are leaving this surface. Electric field lines are coming from this direction, so they are leaving through this direction. So those field which are leaving a surface is taken to be positive flux. Okay, and those flux which are coming inside the surface is taken to be negative flux. That is the convention. Fluxes leaving a surface is taken to be positive, and fluxes coming to the surface will be taken to be negative. Okay, it will be clear only when we discuss about a closed surface. So I am just giving you the normal procedure. Fluxes which are leaving a surface is taken to be positive, and fluxes which are coming to the surface is taken to be negative. in the case of closed surface. You will get more clarity when I explain Gauss's theorem. Okay, so please remember that there are two different types of flux. One is positive flux, another is negative flux. You can easily prove it by using some simple mathematical steps. Use the equation of flux, substitute the value of theta. You will get, in one case you will get Ea cos theta, in another case you will get minus Ea cos theta, which gives you that there are two different types of fluxes. One is positive flux, another is negative flux. So in general we will consider that when electric field lines are leaving a surface, it is taken to be positive flux, and when electric field lines are entering a surface, it is taken to be negative flux. Okay, now consider this case. Imagine that some positive charge is there, plus q. From positive charge always electric field lines will start. So from here electric field lines are starting and they are moving. Okay, it will not be only single line, there will be large number of electric field lines moving in this direction because it starts from positive charge. Okay, now consider this surface. Consider this surface. For this surface, let us call it as S1. Okay, now I am considering that S1 here separately. This is your S1. This is your S1, and electric field lines are passing this S1. Okay, this is a closed surface because it is a cube. Inside the cube there are some charges and all the sides are closed, so it is a closed surface I am considering. Okay, now here for this surface there will be so many area vectors will be there, but you can consider area vectors on both the sides. Okay, so on both the sides you can consider area vector. I am considering an area vector here, which is nothing but a perpendicular line, A or S. So now onwards I will use only S for area vector. Okay, now another area vector will be there on the other side, so it will be coming like this, which will start from this surface and it will be perpendicular. Yes. Okay, now you can see that here those electric field lines which are moving out on this side, if you consider field lines are moving out. Okay, so that this flux is said to be positive flux. Okay, flux which is moving out of the closed surface is said to be positive flux. So this flux is positive flux. Okay, now if some flux are moving in this direction, so let us consider another case. Instead of this plus q, if you are having minus q there, then what happens? Instead of plus q you are having minus q. Okay, then what happens? There is a negative q here, somewhere here there is a negative q. Then what happens? Electric field always move towards the negative charge. So negative charge to negative charge field lines will terminate, means they will come to negative charge. So there will be field lines which are coming to negative charge. Okay, so the direction of field line will be like this, from positive. If this is a positive charge, from positive field lines will come to negative charge. Only if there is a negative charge inside the cube, those field lines will come inside the cube. Okay, so in this case you can see that field lines are coming inside the cube, means it is passing through this surface inward. This is inward direction. because it is moving, sorry, it is coming out inside the cube. Okay, so it is an inward direction. So this flux is said to be negative flux because it is moving inward, means inside the cube. It is not coming out of the closed surface, but it is going inside the closed surface. Such flux is said to be negative flux. And when flux is passing out of the surface, it is said to be positive flux. Okay, if positive flux is exactly equal to negative flux, then net flux will be 0. Okay, so let us consider that case also. Consider this case. Imagine that some 3 field lines are passing out, or let us say 2 field lines are passing out. Okay, through this side 2 field lines are passing out. At the same time, if some field lines are coming inward, same 2 field lines are coming inward. Okay, because there is a negative charge here, there is a positive charge here, so 2 field lines are passing out and 2 field lines are moving inward. Then outward flux means passing out. What is the amount of outward flux? Is equal to 2. And what is the amount of inward flux? That means flux coming inward, that is again 2. Then what is the net flux? Net flux is equal to this inward flux, you must take it as minus, because outward is in one direction, inward is in the opposite direction. So in order to specify that direction, you will put a negative sign. So net flux means outward plus inward, that is 2 plus minus 2, that is equal to 0. So net flux is 0. When outward flux equal to inward flux, net flux becomes 0. Okay, so when this case will happen, imagine that you are having a plus q here and you are having a minus q here. Okay, if charges are having same magnitude, plus q and minus q, then what happens is, from plus q there will be electric field lines moving in from plus to minus, it will move, as well as if some minus q is here, then what happens is from plus, flux will move to that direction also. Okay, similarly there is a minus q, if some plus q is there, then from that plus q to minus q also there will be flux lines. So here you can see 2 are moving out, then 2 are moving in. Net flux is 0. Okay, so here you can see the situation that what is the net charge inside the cube, that is equal to plus q plus minus q, that is 0, isn't it? So when net charge inside the surface, this is your surface, net charge inside the surface is 0, then net flux can be 0. Okay, in detail this one I will explain when I will discuss Gauss's theorem. Okay, so please try to understand what is positive flux, what is negative flux, and when the net flux will become 0. This last content, net charge and associated flux, I will discuss in detail when I will discuss Gauss's theorem. Okay.